Why does it seem that in spite of the amount of information that this generation has in forms of courses, books, podcasts, and sermons, we still have little spiritual maturity being displayed by many believers out there? Or why does it seem that in spite of all this information that is available to us, we still are not growing and maturing spiritually? The answer is very simple. Having access to great information alone does not produce disciples of Christ Jesus. Jesus did not simply just teach his disciples. He apprenticed disciples. There's a difference. One focuses on sharing information with people. The other focuses on living with those that you are discipling. If you look at Jesus, he invited them into his life. They watched him. Historians have shown that for 1 full year of Jesus' discipleship process, the disciples just watched him. He invited them over into his life to watch how he did things. And they saw him. They saw how he prayed. They saw how he lived his life. They saw how he showed kindness to people. They saw how he healed the sick. They had first-hand experience of what Jesus was doing. They went ahead to serve with him, and they failed right in front of him, and then he corrected them, and they learned from this experience. In modern churches today, what we see is an excellence in information transfer. This is amazing. Beautiful communication techniques, very eye-catching and beautiful sounding sermon titles, good illustrations that connect the dots. But the truth is, discipleship requires much more than just amazing and beautiful or helpful information. Discipleship requires relationships, practice, accountability, mission, and even reflection. One truth we must understand is that transformation happens when obedience is activated. Transformation happens when truth becomes practiced obedience, not just merely accumulated knowledge or information. In conclusion, if your discipleship strategy focuses primarily on content distribution or content assimilation, then you still have a long way to go, because transformation demands much more than just acquiring information. It's actually living out that life. And that can't happen just by people sitting down behind chairs and listening to information. They have to live it out, and somebody has to help them as they are living it out. Healthy disciple making requires apprenticeship, and that goes beyond just dropping information for somebody to figure it out by themselves.